extended of We Are the Crystal Gems. So the video from the other day, right? So this is a follow-up and extended. For you guys who watched the video, you could see that toward the end I got cut out, which, you know, everything happens for a reason. Spirit gave me some more messages just to add to that, right? So you know how I was talking about how the garnet crystal reminds me of the root chakra, right? Because most of the time when we think about garnet, we think about like a dark red, like dark red hues, right? So instantly we think about the root chakra. So turn to find out is that it really is connected to the root chakra, or it is a crystal associated with the root chakra. However, it's not only associated with the root chakra, it's also associated with the sacral chakra, right? So it was a lot of emphasis on like sexuality, so helping with sexuality, like sexual deviances, sexual imbalances, right? Lust, right? How we see a lot of lust-driven people, how we see people abusing their reproductive energy, right, all the time. So this is what garnet helps stabilize as well. So I'm definitely about to get me some garnet. Because garnet, if we're talking about the root chakra and the sacral, we're not just talking about sex. You know, this is pertaining to your emotional care, right? How are you able to process and disperse your emotions, right? Whenever you're dealing with emotional pearls and stuff like that, right? Because you know, in the Taurus energy, we was talking about fixation, right? Taurus having a tendency to fixate on things, or you know how low vibrational Taurus, people with low vibrational, very significant Taurus placements can, you know, struggle with holding grudges. You know, holding grudges way past their, you know, their time frame, right? So before I move on into all this other juice I got for y'all, cause look, I got papers of it, okay? So I do want to touch bases on the garnet before we move on to these other things, right, that Spirit revealed to us about Steven Universe, right? Okay, so let's start here. Okay, so garnet is associated with the sacral and root chakras. It helps align the wearer with abundance and prosperity, protection, enhancing relationships in a variety of ways on many levels, right? So it is the base of all creativity and even our sexual selves, right? So here's another thing about garnet that's really cool, and this is why, you know, these people, they made associations not just with the root chakra, but with other chakras that the garnet helps assist too, right? So you know how some crystals like amethyst, there are different variations and forms of the same crystal. So it's the same for garnet. Like garnet comes in many variations, like many colors and stuff like that, right? So we're used to red garnet, right? But there's red garnet, there's green, you know, there's pink, there's different colors. So this is why it's also associated with what it does, or how it helps regulate the heart chakra as well, right? Especially with cleansing. It's like a booster. Okay, so the red garnet, or the one that we're most familiar with, is known as Almendin Garnet. So this says, so it's like an impact, they describe it as an impassioned red with earthly tones of brown. A root chakra stone that helps with strength and courage. It's also a stone that's it rules over Aries zodiac. So this is Aries birthstone or Aries zodiac stone, because, you know, just like personally I've gotten this confused before. We can confuse the month's birthstone with a person's actual zodiac birthstone. They do differ. So, like, I can't remember if Taurus is like sapphire or emerald or something like that, opposed to April being, you know, diamond, right? The month of the diamond. So this is talking about, you know, you having different kinds of, you know, crystals associated with your energy, thus those kind of properties too. Boom, that's the channel message right there, 444. So whatever crystals that are associated with you, like according to like your life path, your zodiac, your birth month, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever these properties are, you also have these abilities, or your abilities and your skills and your talents, your gifts mimic the properties of these crystals that are associated with you, right? Okay, so that's something to know. And another thing about, you know, the garnet being the Aries. So I'm trying to get this lighting right because I look kind of crazy. But anyway, another thing about the garnet being the root chakra and being connected to the Aries, right? Aries is the head of the zodiac, right? Aries also represents not only the body, but the head, the mind, right? Our mindsets, being head-driven, determination, being challenged intellectually, right? Being innovative and a creator of sorts, right? Thinking quick on your feet, being very idealistic, that kind of stuff. All right. So let me read what else I have for the garnet. Okay. It's said to have been the only light on Noah's Ark, a stone that held every single note of hope that there was an olive branch waiting at the end of a great struggle. So we're going to go in depth all the messages that I'm getting from, you know, what Spirit has guided me. I have messages regarding the Divine Collective as well as the evolved, you know, individuals or karmics, right? Karmic energies. Because this is, you know, just how we mentioned about having an olive branch extended to you, right? Just keep that in mind because we're going to touch base on that again. Okay. Okay, so the Garnet Gemstone is of glowing sexuality, and it is fire and light. So it is composed of fire and light, those elements, fire and light, which I thought was really cool too, right? Because in another text, well, it's right here, also helps with solar plexus, right? So for some people, they draw connections with the solar plexus as well because it's the inner sun, right? Talking about that warmth on the inside. Because what garnet helps is where, you know, remember, or like the type of mindset and understanding that it ignites in the individual is, hey, regardless of what's going on around me, regardless of how cold people may be or how cold the world or the shape or the condition it is around me that's unfair, unpleasant, or not ideal, I always have an ideal oasis within. I always have warmth on the inside I can always go back into. I can always refer back to the way that I love, you know, the kind of person that I am, to know that there's another person. This energy does exist in this world, right? So I don't have to settle with energies that are not like that or energies that are rather unpleasant. So this is what garnet does too. It helps its wearer remember, hey, no matter what is happening around you, you will always have peace inside. You can always channel peace in the inside. You can always channel understanding, resonance, and all this from yourself, right? Okay. So that fire, that passion, that spiritual energy, because that's what fire is related to, right? Spiritual energy, passion. Okay, so not only does it help the solar plexus, because we're talking about the garnet, right? But it also helps the heart chakra. So it's less likely, it makes the person less likely to slip into traps of self-doubt and jealousy. So it helps an individual be less likely to slip into traps of self-doubt and jealousy, traits that get in the way of forging a close-knit bond with your loved one. So there was a status I posted some months ago. I want to say it was during Valentine's, like February, when I basically said, you know, make sure you guys are speaking over your connections, that you're making sure that you're banishing all negativity or any, you know, any degree of warfare, known and unknown, seen and unseen, because there are some individuals who are simply jealous because you do have love. Some people are jealous or they envy the fact that you do retain like a pure heart, a pureness of heart, that you have individuals who show you sincere love. And sometimes people will send attacks or they will target those very things that add to the loving energy that you have, right, or that you possess at the moment. So this is why, you know, garnet is really good to have on you, because it'll help you be less likely to slip into those kind of traps, right? When people try to send conflict spells between you and your loved ones to get y'all arguing and bickering and to ultimately separate, right? To cause some type of grief or some type of loss or a moment of unhappiness, right? Does it really click to these people that, you know, any unpleasantness or unhappiness will only be temporary for divines? Who knows? But hey. Okay, So traits that get in the way of forging a close-knit bond with your loved one. That can be relationships, that can be friendships, your soul tribe, your family unit, you know, all these things, right, that provide a grounding force. Because if garnet is connected to the root chakra, that means it is a grounding force. It serves as a grounding force to its wearer, right? A person who's using this crystal or practicing with this crystal. So it helps keep you safe and tethered, helps you feel safe and tethered, because the root chakra is responsible for our survival, our stability, our security, right? Whether that's financial or food and all of that shit. Okay. All right. Traditional zodiac stone of Aries. I already said that. The strength of soul and a courageous heart. So it strengthens the soul and helps a person gain more courage in their heart. Okay. Also, when you pair a rose quartz crystal with a garnet crystal, right? Because I want to break down, I want to go into detail of all these crystals that's mentioned in the theme song, so we can really understand just how much of a higher mind whoever this creator is. I think his name is Steven, right? Got some information pertaining to his name too. But let's really understand, you know, what this visionary, you know, was putting out there when he created this show on May 21st, 2013, right? So we got rose quartz paired with garnet ensures a healthy and balanced relationship across the body, mind, and soul, right? Because, you know, a lot of us, we utilize rose quartz to help us with our self-love, or to bring more loving energy, or to attract more loving energy in our lives that is pure, divine, loving energy, right? So remember that too, because that's going to come up again also. Okay, so rose quartz paired with garnet ensures a healthy and balanced relationship across the body, mind, and soul. It helps aid sexual deviance, perversion, or expose sexual deviances, perversion, imbalances, lust, and etc. surrounding the root chakra and the sacral chakras. Deep root chakra healing, libido boost. So garnet will also be good, like if you need like a little boost or whatever for sex, instead of like getting like these enhancers and stuff like that, you can literally just wear a garnet crystal, or have it like under your pillow, or have it somewhere nearby. Caress it in your palms, because the crystal, it emanates its own warmth. So even when cleansing the crystal, you have to be careful when you cleanse your garnet crystal. What is the purpose for cleansing the crystal? Because garnet picks up a lot of energy. So it pulls out a lot of negative energies from whatever properties it's like used for. So if it's for your grounding or it's for your root chakra, that means it's going to pull up like any foreign bodies or bacteria surrounding or enlarged within your root chakra, right? So you're going to have to cleanse it. Because if you're not cleansing it after you use it, you know, you could dim its ability to help you, right? It's the same thing as us. It's the same thing as us as individuals, and why we are crystals. Yes, you know, when we're cleansed and when we're charged, you know, we are the best to people. We are the best to ourselves with the properties that we evoke in individuals, right? But once we're drained, we're no good. We're no good when we're drained, or if we, you know, there used to be a time when the pure in heart used to always, you know, be caught in this cycle when people will come and dump all their trash onto you, right? Dump all their bullshit onto you. And that will cause you to be less effective in your energy, or you just utilizing your energy for yourself as a pick-me-up, right? And you will feel more, you will feel less grounded and more irritable, or easily irritable, less patient, you know, these type of things. That's because you need to be cleansing your energy. You need a spiritual bath. If you have hair like mine, you need to make sure you're doing detoxes for your hair, or anybody in general, you have to make sure you wash your hair, right? That's something that's directly connected to the crown chakra, but your hair is also connected to spirit and entities, right? It's more sensitive to the spirit realm. This is why we have to make sure we cleanse and detox our hair. It picks up a lot of energy. So when you used to be that person, when people can come and just dump shit onto you, this is a reflection of the garnet crystal after it picks up energy from whatever it needs to pick up energy from that's no longer needed. So you have to make sure you go and you cleanse this crystal so you can use it again, so its effects can be just as powerful, right? That's the same thing as us as individuals, as crystals. So I think that was a really important and valid point, that the garnet crystal serves us as an example. I love you too, Nigel. All right. So it assists with deep root chakra healing. You know how many people in our society really needs deep root chakra healing? A lot of people are still stuck in the root chakra. They're still stuck in what their eyes see. They're still stuck in lust. They're still stuck in, you know, the pleasures of the flesh, and it's inhabiting them from being able to progress forward right into other levels. What did Garnet say? Right? What properties does the Garnet assist with? We just got done talking about many levels. Okay, let me see. Let me go back. It says that it aligns the wearer with abundance and prosperity, protection, enhancing relationships in a variety of ways. On many levels, enhancing relationships on a variety of ways. So this is also talking about your relationships with spirit. This is also talking about your relationships with your ancestors. We don't just stick with a few ancestors or just some that we're used to working with at the time, or our passed on loved ones. There are more ancestors and ascended masters that's waiting to work with us whenever they feel or they can identify that we're at a level, we're at a place within ourselves when we can receive more higher knowledge, right? That's why in one of my sticks, and I'm going to pull some sticks out anyway. One of them says, you have hidden gifts and abilities that are waiting to awaken. Now, that's done come out a couple of times on some of our past videos. So some of these relationships, these higher level relationships that they're referring to, that's what they're referring to. They're talking about angels, certain archangels, ascended masters, working with, you know, other ancestors, or even the ones that you hear about who are more legendary, right? Because they have boundaries. Divine angels have boundaries. Divine ancestors, they have boundaries too. They're not just gonna fuck with you just because you called on them. No, they have to approve that. You have to earn their approval for that shit. Yeah, it's the same way. It's the same way up there. It's the same way, right? So this is what this is talking about. This is what Garnet helps with. But when people are so caught up in that lower chakra and they're just stuck there. All right. So the Garnet also brings vitality, right? So vitality, in a lot of ways, it reminds you of life, like that life source energy when you feel drained. So it helps to restore that, your vitality as well, whenever you do go out in the world and you just utilizing your properties as a divine being with other people. You just sharing, right? Almost like the story of Christ consciousness, and how he just goes and you're going around removing blindness from people's vision and their perception of the world and themselves, right? So you're going around, you utilizing this energy, right? You're using your energy. You have to recharge that energy. So Garnet not only helps to clear out discrepancies and dark energies that do not belong, but it also helps restore and replenish at the same time, right? But you have to make sure you keep up with the condition of the garnet in order for it to work accurately and successfully. All right, same thing with you. Okay, so I think that's all I have for Garnet. We can move on to Steven, right? So let me repeat that song again, and let me see what. Okay, check out Professional High Priestess. She's very knowledgeable about our ancestors and hieroglyphs. Yes, I'm familiar with Professional High Priestess, but I had to fall back off her. About a year ago. Yeah, but she's great. I'm not going to say anything more or anything less. Just personally, I had to fall back from her. Anywho, but she's a great person. She's a great source. Okay, so Steven. So let me repeat this. It says, we are the crystal gems. No, you didn't do anything. You ain't doing anything wrong. Just, that's something, it's not even that deep. We are the crystal gems. We'll always find a way. And if you think we can't, we'll always... No, that's it. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl, and Steven. So we already went over what pearl represents, what amethyst. Everybody's familiar with amethyst, especially in this time in Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, right? We're dealing with the crown, COVID, all that bullshit, right? I'm telling you, whoever this person, like Steve, the person that wrote this show is woke as fuck, y'all. Okay, so Steven. So if you are familiar with the show, you know Steven's gem or his crystal is the rose quartz. Love, right? Another thing too, his mother was rose quartz. So this is the crystal. These are the properties that she passed down to him. So this also talk about how we have the ability to pass down properties to individuals. This is why, you know, it's so important for us to continue to cultivate our magic, continue to cultivate, you know, our properties, our abilities, and our gifts, and this, that, and the third, because eventually we're going to be passing it on to someone else. This is why we talk about having a legacy. This is why we talking about generational curses and generational blessings. You know, what is the part of the show that are highlighted and emphasized, right? Garnet, amethyst, pearl, and rose quartz. These are all things that these are all foundation things, energies, frequencies that we need to really thrive and evolve in a higher mind and higher consciousness, right? So Stephen, etymology means crown, your crown chakra, right? That's what I'm saying. This shit is not for this person is very this is a deep person here, okay? So garnet, amethyst, pearl, and crown. Your crown. And what's the connection with Stephen? Crown. And what's his gem? The rose quartz, right? Now, what we just got done talking about with garnet and rose quartz paired together, what does it do? What does it do when they're paired together, right? Rose quartz and garnet paired together ensures a healthy and balanced relationship with self across the body, mind, and soul, right? So if the crown, if they're emphasizing the crown and the rose quartz being one, right? So your self-love, you're just having love, like the divine's love, and you knowing that you are loved, right? And meeting that with your crown and protecting your mind and making sure you feed the right things to your mind because you love yourself. Being mindful of what you consume, what you entertain in your mind, because you have a deeper understanding that, hey, whatever I visualize or think of, this shit can come to pass, right? So being more loving towards what you allow yourself to manifest or entertain. All right, so Stephen means crown. Crown means sovereignty. The etymology of the word crown is sovereignty. To signify victory, a regal power, a crowning honor or distinction, the top or extreme point of something, usually a mountain or a hill, award given to a champion. So this is why okay, not everybody was on this TV show, for one. Those who are really like deeply connected, you came across this information, you came across the show, the picture of it, the concept of, you came across it somehow, right? But this is really cool, y'all, out of nowhere, because I don't really watch the show. Like, I'm familiar with it, but I don't watch it. But out of nowhere, the theme song just started ringing in my head one day, and Spirit was like, yo, I need you to get on this. I want you to talk about this, right? Because it seems so simple, but it's like, yo, no, we really are fucking crystals. We really are crystals. All right. So there's also a connection with the crow, the bird, the crow and a raven. So, you know, with that, it's a polarity to that. Crows and ravens, that can either be used for familiar monitoring spirits, magic, like people trying to see what you doing, where you at, what you got going on, like trying to get some insight, some deeper insight on you on some dark magic shit, right? Abusing it on some nosy shit. But then you also, you know, crows and ravens were also, you know, renounced for delivering secret messages and mysteries and or helping you reach destinations and stuff like that. Like, or, you know, they're also for that as well. So, or protection. They can also serve as protection, right? So regardless on, it depends on if you're on the positive side or the negative side, you know, how this energy coincides with you and what you manifest into the reality. All right. So it says a crow or a raven peeps forth from the mist of time in the thickets of mythology, a bird of slaughter, a storm bird, a sun and fire bird, a messenger, an oracular figure, like an oracle, oracular, but also talking about your vision, your ability to penetrate through veils and illusions, right? So being a seer of sorts, and a craftsman, a culture hero. So not only are you crystal gems, you're also culture heroes, because of the culture, that the storm, right, the warfare, the conflict that we recently encountered, just in general, right, this warfare that we're dealing with. You are culture heroes, right? This is also why it says the crown represents the top of an extreme point of something, an extreme point, usually a mountain. What is mountains, represent, what is mountains typically associated with? When a person climbs a mountain, or going up on a mountain, right? A higher mind. Okay. Some type of challenge, right? Overcoming an obstacle that seems impossible, right? Yes, that too. Ooh, extraterrestrial energy. So a bird of slaughter. So this makes me think about Kalima as well. I've been seeing a lot of yellow butterflies, just to veer off a little bit. But this is talking about how, the polarities and the different, ways that this type of creature can utilize their energy. So this is saying, when I was talking about benevolent, dark and light, malignant, dark and night, right? Dark and light. How we have darkness as well, but we know how to utilize our darkness to bring towers that are necessary. That to bring discretion to things that no longer need to be, standing, or no longer need to be, happening, right? That's the type of energy we bring as well. Storms. Okay. So Steven Universe. Steven is 6 letters. Universe is 8 letters. Right? The show aired on May 21st, 2013. That's 5, 3, and 6. 5, 3, and 6 added together is number 5. 6 and 8 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. So we had 2 5s come out. What does 5 mean, y'all? What is Spirit trying to tell us? I'll tell you. Because you remember I already said it before, and remember it, right? So angel number 55 means the divine only wants healthy and unconditional love for your life. Yeah, major changes. I wrote that down first, but I went a little bit deeper just to get some more information about it. Let me go back to this page, because you literally just said it, but I already got it written here too. Major changes. So let me read that one first. This was what I picked up before I even went and searched it, right? So major changes concerning authenticity of mind, body, and soul. Fulfilling its true purpose. Major changes concerning authenticity of mind, body, and soul, fulfilling its true purpose. Thank you so much. All right. So another thing too, so we got 2 5s, but I'm going to tell you what numbers kept recurring, right, just in this math right here. So that was 6, 8, 5, and 3. Now, I didn't, really go in depth, but I can just give you, like, just a quick overview of these numbers. So 3 is the number of authenticity and integrity. Number 8 is the number of, like, infinity, abundance, prosperity. It's also a number of protection, like of forever protection, like no weapon formed against me shall prosper type of thing. Like it will never prosper. But I feel like these numbers together, I feel like it's a reason that all these numbers are together like this. So whereas in the past you may have been living inauthentically, or been experiencing people who are inauthentic, who lack integrity, who are fake, fraud, the kind of changes that were people trying to either create delays for positive changes in your life or trying to cause negative changes in your life. So these are things that happened in the past. The major change here is a complete shift of this energy. It's about the number 3. Yes, 3 does also represent wholeness. Yes, I'm so glad you brought that point up about melanin for number 6. Yeah, so this is talking about like this is talking about us embodying our true powers and our true authentic self so that we can like literally act out our properties and our gifts and our talents accordingly, right? Without any outside influence. Okay, so these are things we already know. The crown Also the corona, COVID. And what is May? May 21st is that Taurus? Excuse me. May 21st is Taurus season, I believe. Is it? Yeah, I think it's April 22nd to May 22nd. So it's the reason why I'm talking about this right now in Taurus season. Oh, you talking about number 3 too, with a man, woman, and child? The Trinity. All right. Let me make sure I got all this out. Okay, so Spirit told me to write down all the many acts that can be used upon or done to the crown chakra, which is mind control, hypnosis, vacuuming a person's thoughts from their minds or their subconscious, dreams, implantation, hallucinations, getting high under the influence, subconscious mind, ego, visualization, memory. Okay. Crown universe. That's what they had me write down too. A crown universe. Yeah, so this is saying like now that you've made a connection on just how critical your mind, the condition of your mind, right? Just how much it applies and affects your reality. Now that you have this understanding, you are making strides to like live more authentically in all areas of your life and all your dealings with people. You're not questioning your intuition anymore. You're not doubting, you know, what you understand and what you pick up from people. You're being responsible with your properties. You're being responsible with your vessel because you understand, like, I'm not just a fucking body. Like, I know a lot of people place high emphasis on the spirit, on the soul. Like, you know, oh, this body gonna get old, and this body you ain't gonna, at some point, and yada, 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 the body this, the body that, da, da, da. No, the body is sacred. The body is sacred. Why is the body sacred? Why is sex? Why is all these things sacred? Because you're literally a crystal. You're a crystal. That's why, I don't know where I read this, where I saw this at, but I literally remember learning something about the crystallization of your skin, how you can see like crystals in the skin, like when the skin is underneath a microscope, right? That's not for nothing. It's the reason why we have a twinkle in our eyes. It's the reason why they say, you know, the eyes are the gateway to the soul, right? I'm just saying, it's just a matter of us allowing spirit to help us draw these connections, right? So we can just develop a deeper understanding so that we, you know, consistently respond differently. We respond for our highest good and you know, not off no goofy shit or projections, right? Responding from projections, right? Borrowed responses, borrowed reactions that do not belong to us, right? So there's the power in, you know, enhancing your understanding about these things and drawing these connections. Yo, you know how you just emphasized ear out of fear? You know what I see in the word threats? Eats. Eating. The word eat. So that's cool. And I don't, oh, wow. Fear, heart. Breathing. The word eat is in there too. Eating, eating, eat, eat. So eat and ear. So what you hear and what you consume. Facts. Huh. That's pretty deep. Only reason I'm quiet because, you know, I feel like I'm getting like some more messages to go with that. ear and eat. The fact that those two show up the most. Ear and eating. Ear and eating. So what I'm hearing from Spirit, like, thank you so much for that. What I'm hearing from Spirit is that that's literally like the downfall of a lot of people. What they're eating, what they're like consuming, like the information that they're eating up, or that's why ear. Oh my God. So the main attack, what's mainly being attacked is what people hear, and what they eat. So their food and shit, or medicine, chemicals, stuff like that, or having to eat their words. That's deep as fuck. Okay, let's see what else Spirit want to say regarding this. All right, so why did you have me write this down, Spirit? Regarding the many acts that can be used upon the crown chakra. On the crystal gem. Transmute the projections. Transmute the projections toward your progression. Literally, it's literally projections. Literally projections. Think about how many years and how long we've been living out other people's projections. When it comes to their emotional responses and reactions and outbursts. That weren't even ours. It was borrowed. It was borrowed. You know when people, you know how people say you can learn from your environment and shit like that? And this could even be referring to generational curses. This could be referring to like just the darkness in yourself, not really having like an appropriate outlet or guidance, right? Having guidance from those around you on how to, you know, properly communicate or express yourself, right? Without it causing harm to yourself or other people. Divine and loving ancestors, what messages do you have? The stick that just came out said lock your doors at all times. So this could talk about, you know, some people having a problem with your boundaries, and it's causing them to have mental breakdowns. Mental breakdowns are pending, loading. Mental breakdowns are pending. Right? So people having loading breakdowns, you could have had a mental breakdown of some sorts, or like some type of just a fed up moment, like you just fed up with the bullshit moment. But this could have been like projections, because the fact that it came out right behind projections and Spirit is telling you to transmute that, this is saying these individuals wishing this energy on you because they're dealing with their own mental conflicts. But the way that you handle conflict and stress in your life, this is why you will have people send this energy towards you or wish this energy on you. Like, she's not so strong. He's not so strong. He's not as strong. He ain't really going through shit, yada, yada, yada. But you showing them how you do it. You showing people how to do it. You showing people, look, this is mental wellness, right? This is how you take care of your mental health, with self-love, right? With learning, with educating yourself about yourself, about the world around you. This is how you aid your mental health, right? So mental health breakdowns from these projections, people trying to project this onto you, project this energy onto you, make you doubt what you know, what you think, trying to make you doubt what you are accurately reading or picking up from people. This says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And why were you able to see or call these things out for what they were? Because you're a prophet. This is for a divine being. Of course, I'm not talking to no low vibrational karmic individual. It's because you watch this fucking video. Alright? Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. So as a result of these people trying to touch you anyway, these people are going to be having mental breakdowns. They thought it was funny when they was trying to bully you and stress you out. And this ain't the third. When you was going through shit and nobody was trying to help you. People was gaslighting you, making it worse and shit like that. Making you... It was already hard enough for you to trust people and shit like that. So these people are going to be having mental health breakdowns. Since they think it's funny. Whenever you had your little conflict on this, that, and the third. Because people were intentionally trying to gaslight you. Right? And it's just a matter of you being fed up like with fake ass energy because you know you real as fuck. Right? So this is what Spirit told me earlier too. burning ritual. Burning ritual, write it. Burn it. So this is something I've been dealing with, having like we individuals project their insecurities onto me, and I'm thinking that they're my insecurities, you know, me like me kind of being hard on myself, like regarding, you know, this right here, my career, or like, look, I put on some weight and stuff, so I kind of been like hard on myself about that, opposed to how I would typically be. So this is why I wrote a stick that said frequency warfare, because something I picked up when I moved into this new area or whatever was the frequency was so low generally in the area. Like, if you're empathic, you really have to be fucking careful, because it's easy to pick up on people's, you know, on a general projection. I know, thank you. Thank you. But what Spirit was telling me, every projection that's going on in your mind, or every negative thought, or you being hard on yourself, or things that you dislike, that you find unpleasant, they're telling you to write this shit down, write it down, and burn it. And that's going to help you release those thoughts, release those negative thoughts or those projections out of your energetic field. So that's what Spirit is saying too. Please do not apologize for being your authentic self. And I feel like that was even deeper. Like, it wasn't even just me talking about what you said, but that's Spirit just saying that in general. Do not apologize for being your authentic self. Why? Because nature will replenish. These people that leave you, that walk away, that this and I don't care what it is. People, look, take a hike. Take a hike. People who reject you, or people who you have to denounce, and you have to cut them off. It's okay. Because you're doing it in the name of your authenticity. You're doing it in the name of staying true to yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul, trusting your heart, trusting your intuition. Like, no, it is what it is. Whether I hurt from walking away, right? Or I hurt from the truth really coming out, and you being a foul ass motherfucker like I suspected. Either way, there's a time frame of hurt there that I may encounter, that I may experience. Shit, I'd rather just trust my fucking intuition. Because I've already learned from my past, when I didn't trust it, it's like that hurt was a little bit worse. Why? The pain really came from the fact that I betrayed myself by not honoring my intuition. Right? So either I honor my intuition and I cut your ass off, I let your ass walk away, because I know nature will replenish. Or I keep going back and forth with your ass, even though Spirit done revealed it to me, this, that, and the third, like to try to save me, and yada, 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 and then shit pop off, and then the pain hit even worse, because now I'm upset with myself because I ain't listening to myself. That's when we get in those places where the negative projections, right? The negative projections. Oh, I'm stupid, man. I'm so stupid for doing that. Like, how... dumb as fuck. I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? You start talking shit and start downing yourself. That is a crown chakra attack on yourself. Words are spells, right? So Spirit is saying, okay, we don't crack down on this shit. It's time to like really get it, right? Because we're trying to take y'all to higher levels. We're trying to go to higher levels, higher information, right? We're trying to unlock hidden gifts and abilities that we didn't even tap into yet, because we were still caught up in the root and the sacral chakras, right? So that's what, look, oh my God, I done lost it, y'all. No, this is what Spirit is saying right after I said it. Look, upgrade. Spirit want us to upgrade from rags to quality robes. So this is talking about you coming from that peasantry energy, because you surrounded by it. You coming from these peasant perceptions, these peasant, responses, emotional responses, stooping down to people's level, stooping down to peasantry level, right? When you're above that shit. We used to be too fucking humble to feel like we was above some shit. We used to be too humble for that shit. Oh, nah, I don't act like I'm better. I don't act like my shit, this, that, and the third. Well, guess what? I got some fucking news for you. This is coming from a vegan, right? Now, when I was like eating super duper fucking clean, because I did slack up lately. I did. But when I was eating super fucking clean, my shit ain't stink. My shit smelled like the food that I ate. Just like it. Whatever I ate, and I shit in 44. I'm not fucking lying. My pussy smelled like the fruits that I ate. My pussy smelled like fruits. I could go all day, 24 hours or longer, and not be stank. Don't have no coochie odor. Don't use no Vagisil, no Summer's Eve, no honey pot, none of that. Just eating clean, eating clean. So I know a lot of people, you know, I know that's a phrase, a popular phrase. Oh, my shit don't stink. Or you be acting like your shit don't stink. Well, in some degrees of experiences and how people conduct their lifestyles, some people's shit do smell better than other people's. Think about a person who eat nothing but fucking trash and but just bullshit. Obviously, their shit is gonna stink worse than a person who don't. You know, a person who don't. So it's like we're so humble. We need to get more in the energy of sovereignty. It's not a matter of you know, thinking that you're better than people and you belittling people and this, that, and third. That's not what it's about. It's about a knowing and not allowing yourself, no longer allowing yourself to stoop to these motherfuckers' level because that's what they want. They can't come up where you at, so they're trying to pull you down where they're at, right? No. Okay, spirit. We encountered this shit enough fucking times to know what the fuck it is and not to, you know, not to play ourselves like that, not to be gullible. Like, we done broke out of the gullible stage. We done broke out of that naive shit. We done broke out of that, oh, look, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, God, the pussy's so good. Oh, the dick. Oh, the money. Oh, but she could cook her ass off. We done broke out of that root chakra shit. We broke out of that. We broke out of that. Or we're breaking out of that, right? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The time is now. Justice. The time is now. No more excuses. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Spirit know what you want. Spirit know. Look, you know. These things are no longer hidden anymore. They're not hidden anymore. They're not hidden. You're not confused. You're not disillusioned. The time is now. The time is now that you have this knowledge and this wisdom, this higher information. So you can help aid and will justice in your own life, right? Now you can help bring justice in your own life, right? Because we are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. We'll always save the day as long as we're living out our properties, our gifts, right? As long as we're doing proper etiquette for cleansing and charging ourselves. Understanding, developing a deeper understanding about our properties and our gifts, right? Governing our lives so that we can unlock more hidden properties and gifts and talents of what we hold as crystals in this realm, right? Because think about your past lives. So you can have properties from past lives. So that's why I'm saying, yo, like, really look into your birthstone, your birth month and its stone, your zodiac and its stone, your life path number and its stone, like its crystal associated with it, and read about its properties, because it's going to give you a reflection of the kind of properties you exude, right? Yeah, so this is talking about, you know, you no longer participating in these fake collaborations with individuals. These people that you know are trying to undermine you, or they're just like sneaky and crafty and cunning. Like, you know what it is. You see it for what it is. You know you can detect a person trying to sabotage you because you didn't experience it before. So you know what it looks like. It's not hidden anymore. This is what spirit is emphasizing. It's not hidden. There's no excuses. You know when somebody full of shit. And somebody need to know there's somebody you dealing with, or somebody trying to collab with you right now, and they full of shit. This person just coming in and try to sabotage what the fuck you got going on, bruh. They just coming in and try to sabotage your shit, bruh. I'm telling you. And you gonna know who it is. Shit, we gonna get confirmation on who it is. We gonna pull out some fucking signs. How about that? Pull out some fucking signs. Somebody could be trying to, they could be trying to seduce you through what they look like, their appearance, or like trying to, so this is a test for you. This is a test, because this is talking about root chakra, right? We was just talking about root chakra, like really hard, the garnet, right? So somebody's going to get tested very soon, or somebody trying to seduce you. So you'll know what that is. Or maybe it just happened recently. And I won't stoop again unless I'm kissing, rubbing, or bowing to you. Y'all funny. Exactly. Oh my God, Nigel. That is not the first time I heard that. About the elephant. That is not the first fucking time I heard it. That is confirmation. You know, I have a best friend and she's a Libra. You know what she calls me? Her Ganesha. Her nickname for me, she calls me her Ganesha. If any of you guys are familiar with Ganesha, the elephant, don't see, we got to be careful with that too, because you're cursing yourself. You're cursing yourself by saying, I can't trust no female. That's a curse. So that means the damage has already been done. Whatever their purpose was, their intended purpose to implant. See, let me look what we're talking about. This is all confirmation from why Spirit had me write these things down pertaining to what many acts are performed against or upon the crown chakra. And one of those was what? Implantation. So that's something that was implanted into you to think that you can't trust nobody no more because the motherfuckers done betrayed you in your past. Or you done encountered, you know, just enough motherfuckers. You done encountered enough people to make you feel like you can't trust no female. And so then you will curse yourself, right? Because you're really the divine one whose words really can, you know, will magic and like will things into existence. Not them. Not them. All they can do is try to influence you, persuade you to say these things, to speak these things, to think these things, right? Hoping that you would accept the implantation. But you can't. You can't do that. Don't do that to yourself. So I want you to get out of the habit of saying that, because the more that you say that, the more that energy is going to be more profound. And you're really going to struggle with trusting a woman. You wouldn't know if look, you'll have a divine feminine come up to you. She don't have to be exactly like me and very and extremely expressive and stuff like that, but she can really be a divine feminine, like on some real shit. And you wouldn't, you got your walls up to, come on now, you have to be able to discern, tell the difference, man. Lighten up, because you deserve it. I'm not gonna say that trust is not good. Yeah. But I'm glad that you turned around and said trust yourself, because if you trust yourself, then you have to trust your decisions. Even if people turn out not to be what they portray themselves to be, you get to choose if you're going to be hurt by that shit. When you really think about it, you choose if you're going to be hurt by that shit or distraught by how somebody else chooses to live their fucking life. Like, it's not your fault that somebody decided to be fake. It's not your fault that somebody decided to be disloyal to a loyal ass motherfucker. And you know your ass loyal as hell. Right? So it's about knowing our worth and not allowing that to change just because people don't know how to appreciate it, or they don't know what they have until it's gone. Right? And I feel like that's why Spirit allowed these people to come in after the fact, and they try to come back in your life and shit. For you, it's more so for you to know, hey, no, you really was worth it. You really was the shit. You really was, you really was that. You really was that. You was the one. Right? You was the one, and they're in regrets. So I feel like that's why Spirit allowed these people to come back. More so for us, like for validation, for closure, right? Closure is what a lot of us be wanting, just closure. Closure. Yes, because retrograde is like nearing too. Retrograde is coming up, y'all, so Don't be making no fucking decisions on people, letting people back in. I got people trying to come back in too, and they know they was fake as fuck to me for no reason. Man, people be fake to you. People be fake towards you because you don't wanna be in a poly relationship with them. You don't wanna date you don't want to date the same sex. But you know, people flip on you, turn on you just for that, just because you have like your own beliefs that you honor, your boundaries that you stand by, but outside of that, it's like, yo, like we really got some good vibes. Like we really can grow and evolve together and like create some shit. But goddamn, just because I don't want to be in a relationship with you, you gonna be fake, you do some fake shit towards me. That's crazy as hell. Goddamn, what happened to? I thought we bonded over knowledge and information and shit. What happened to that? Like, let's keep learning. Let's keep growing. You know, in knowledge and shit and intelligence. Oh, nah, you sus. I don't trust you because you don't want you. And you just have to let people be. And sometimes, you know how people always say rejection is protection. Sometimes that's what that is. Like when people leave, they escort themselves out. Why? Because Spirit said, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. And then they got to do a U-turn. Like, oh shit, never mind. For real. Motherfuckers having dreams and shit. Like, no, she is not the one. He is not the one to be playing on type of games with, right? So you change. It's like you change up what people are used to. You bring something different to what people are accustomed to, right? And in that, it's also unknown energy to them. So simultaneously, it's a mystery, right? So you can intimidate people because of your mysterious nature as well, just because of the simple fact that you move differently than the people that they are accustomed to. The culture, right? Because we was talking about culture hero. You're a culture hero, right? By being authentic, by being original, by being something that, you know, that's not following the crowd and shit. You know, a real light amongst the darkness. A safe tower, a tower where people can feel safe, right? They can come to you and they can feel safe with the information that you say, like, or just your energy. They don't have to feel like, oh, you gonna go and try to fucking ruin shit for them or ruin their relationship and this, that, and the third. What else, Spirit? So we got spell word. Somebody needs to know this. Spell word to make you fat. Now, I already know this is something that was done to me. Spell word to make me fat. Why? Because it would have it doing what it had me doing, right? I'm in the mirror like, yo, I can't fucking believe I did this to myself. Like, what? Like, how you a vegan? How you a vegan and you all fucking chubby and shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm just talking dog and just mad shit to myself. Like, yo, like, how you let yourself get like that? Like, it happened so fast. Like, what the fuck? Girl, you need to do better. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, doing spell work to will like unpleasant realities to make you fucking, because you're so expressive, you're so transparent, you're so blunt and honest and and this, that, and the third, you're automatically that way with yourself. You engage in introspection, right? But it makes you more prone. When a person is sending this with dark magic, it makes you more prone to speak of these things in a negative manner, right? Because the energy that's behind it, right? So just keep that in mind. So if you guys been dealing with anything regarding like to your fitness or feeling like not as fit as you were, this is why people were sending this type of magic onto you or wishing this type of ill magic on you, because they were jealous of your appearance. They was jealous of the love that people have for you. They was jealous of the love that you have for yourself. So they felt like, well, if they're out of shape, if they're not as attractive, then we could get them to, you know, start cursing themselves and be meaner to themselves and less happy, right? So that's a goal too, like to make you more unhappy and harden your heart. And look, some people did this by stealing your items. So stealing your hair, stealing your clothes. That's why, you know, there's a show that came out before. I think it's called Juju. It's called I think it's called Juju something. It was a series, a YouTube series that had came out before. I remember I had watched it, and it was about these witches. But here's my thing. I like to watch stuff like that because why? Motherfuckers will expose themselves. They will show you what they be doing with this magic. Like, especially like them girls that's really not for real about this shit. Like, they using this shit just to be manipulative and get whatever the fuck they want. They will reveal to you what the hell they be doing. Like, in the, what's it called? The Craft? The Craft? Okay, so The Craft is an old ass movie, but they recently had they redid the movie and they had a new one come out of The Craft with some younger girls. And one of the girls, she had took a guy's hoodie and started to masturbate with it. Like, she put it underneath her cover and she started to play with her pussy with his fucking hoodie, y'all. Within 5 minutes, he was at her door. Boom, 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 at her door, and was so sexually attracted to her, like, magnetically, and he couldn't pull himself back. Like, he was just so infatuated with this girl. Why? Because she masturbated using his items. Stolen items for magic. Y'all, that have you tripping over somebody longer than you naturally would. Right? Have you stuck on people longer than you naturally would? Or have you thinking about motherfuckers or considering giving people another chance and shit like that? When normally you wouldn't. Normally you wouldn't. Judah. Oh, I'm so glad that name is in here right now. Okay. So there's somebody trying to get in contact with you because they want to experience these properties. They want to experience your abilities because you have the effect where you do help people you help people progress in any area of their life. I don't care if it's just the way that they think. You help people progress positively, right? So people, like these people who have experienced or who have benefited off like the energy that you bring, the frequency that you bring, these people who have benefited off that and then they abandoned you or they betrayed you or they did some fake shit or whatever. These people this person is trying to call you, this person is trying to contact you, but their calls are being ignored. You're either like intentionally ignoring their calls or you change your number or block their number. Yeah, but this individual is trying to get back in contact with you and understand retrograde is right around the fucking corner. We're in the shadow retrograde period. That's why. So Spirit is telling you to light a candle. Light a candle during this time. Make sure you are lighting your candles during your candle work. Because somebody is definitely trying to come back in. And it's on, like, for some people, it's like, okay, well, if you're going to ignore me, if you're not going to be in my life and be great and be luminous and be, you know, with that crystal energy in my fucking life, then I'm going to try to deplete. I'm going to try to deplete your energy. I'm going to send magic on you to affect your appearance so that you can speak ill on yourself. I'm going to send magic to fucking make you doubt trusting other people or feeling like all collaborations or all new friendships or pending friendships are fake. Don't trust nobody. I'm telling you. A lot of that is spell work because motherfuckers mad because they can't be your companion no more. Motherfuckers mad because you not a part of their friends group no more. You not their buddy no more. And they can't benefit off your luck, off your good energy, off your blessings. Like, you have the type of energy where y'all can go out somewhere and because of the blessings that you have in your life, let's say, okay, y'all needed something or a favor or whatever. And just because of who you are, just because of your good karma, a door will open or some good ass shit will come through where something will look out for y'all or somebody look out for y'all and this, that, and the third. Just because of you, their involvement in association with you. It's like being a crystal that attracts abundance, like malachite. Think about the heart chakra. Why is the heart chakra green? What else is green? Money. So this is saying you attract goods and abundance just because of your heart, the condition of your heart, the quality of your heart. So you have people wanting to come back in just so they can reap this shit. You got biblical revelations here. Biblical revelation. So these are things that are already been foretold. Spirit says you are set apart because you are highly spiritually rained. That's why you're set apart. That's why you're set apart. So start speaking more positively of why you are set apart. Why you did have to spend a lot of time or you choose to spend a lot of time by yourself or why you're just like that by design, right? Speak more positively towards that. Stop saying, oh, because I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I can't trust nobody. These hoes ain't loyal. Man, like, chill out. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. I understand. We got sex magic as well. Sex magic for the win here. Like, people are really desperate right now. That's why Garnet was just so emphasized about the root chakra. A lot of people being stuck in their root chakra. Sex orgies. Sex rituals. People trying to lure people, like, to accept them and approve them and join their team and join their side by throwing sex or sexual imagery in their face and shit. Using their bodies, using their appearance, right? Using their speech to seduce people, right? Sexual energy, right? Because just because you might not be sexually attracted to somebody and they want you and you just engaging in a conversation with them, they could be projecting all type of sexual shit into you, hoping that you act on it. Hoping for you to act on it. And even though before you weren't thinking nothing sexual toward this person, out of nowhere you have a sexual thought towards them, like, where the fuck that shit come from? So beware. Sex magic. Somebody is doing sex magic. So if you know damn well you wasn't attracted to nobody or sexually, like, I don't care if you used to be sexually involved with them, but you're no longer like sexually attracted to this person or like you don't want shit to do with them no more in that manner, and you had like some type of sexual thought or memory or some shit of them, this is why. This person is doing sex magic on you. Person's doing sex magic to try to lure you back or try to fucking finesse their way back in. And I just saw fake collaboration again. This person is fake as fuck, man. person coming in for energy, an energy boost. That's what they come in for. Yeah. So that person that's trying to come in all buddy and shit, but their true intent is to try to sabotage whatever the fuck you got going on, they secretly despise you. Secretly despise you. Despise you. That's a heavy word. That's a heavy word. Despised. Yeah, somebody needs to know. I don't care how, you know, how real this person makes it seem, how cute or dressed up it is. It's not real. They're not real. It's an illusion. It's a test. Didn't I say you was being tested? So you can go to this higher level in relationships and connections, right? And how you affect other people in relationships, right? Because if you're going to higher levels within yourself, this is talking about your gifts increasing or sharpening, being edified. So it makes you like, it makes you a higher quality, you know, individual to know and be associated with, or to be inside of a place or in an environment, right? So this is talking about having the kind of energy where you can just walk through a room and shift the energy, right? So this is talking about all these things being increased. Reignite utilization of runes. So some of you guys could have a past life, or you can have some ancestors or some roots in rune magic. So learn about rune magic. Let me see what you said before that. Nigel, you better start deleting messages too. Facts. Ooh. I almost knocked my phone down. I'm reading, y'all. I want Nigel to stop removing his messages. I know that. Anyway. Oh, no. All right. So we got intimidated by your confidence. Intimidated by your confidence. Somebody, somewhere, intimidated. Okay, the stork is near. So this is talking about, you know, something being birthed here, whether that's creativity or just a new beginning, like, or a rebirth, like being rebirthed into your actual authentic self, and not the shell that you were giving, right? That you were given by your family members or your environment, or the labels, like when you were in school, or, you know, whatever. This was a shell. This was a bodysuit, but this is talking about you being rebirthed into your true authentic self. The stork is near. This is also talking about a person who is pregnant, having a baby on the way. This could even talk about a new spin, or whatever your creative endeavor is. So you trying something new, trying something different, spicing it up, like reinventing something. But a rebirth here. A rebirth, and I'm hearing a rebirth, a universal rebirth in earth. That's why all before we was getting that earth was purging. She was purging. She was purging. She was preparing her womb, right? Oh, 'cause you're not accepting the short end of the stick no more. No, 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 no. And you know how to recognize it, so stop playing yourself. Stop playing dumb. Because Spirit already said, stop playing dumb. Stop playing dumb to these situations when you know you're getting a short end of the stick. Stop fucking playing dumb, bro. That's what the Spirit is saying. Yeah, they said make it make sense. Because you have the intuition, you have the knowledge, you have the... Look, the information is out there. There's readings out there. There's books out there. You can learn more about astrology. Look. There's so many outlets and resources out there for you to get more clarity, right? Make it make sense. Stop playing crazy. Stop playing crazy, because ultimately it's going to backfire on you. So you have to know when to play crazy, but don't play crazy against yourself. Facts. All right, I'm going to pull one more, and I'm going to end this video because I have another channeling I need to do. What I just got done saying about making it make sense. Gathering more clarity. There's no excuses. It's a lot of information out here. There's information from source. You can sit your ass down in a quiet place and be quiet and get the answers and the information that you need through meditation, right? So there's no excuses here. Study to show thyself approved unto God, not to these people. Not to these people. It's not about you trying to earn approval and acceptance from people because of what you know, but to show it unto God, unto the spirit realm, so that they can keep increasing you, so they can keep co-creating with you, right? But you ain't got to worry about these people because they having nightmares, shallow victories, temporary thrills. Yeah, you departed from that shit. You departed from that kind of energy because it left you unfulfilled. It left you unfulfilled. It left you unfulfilled. And it was fantasies. Fantasies that left you unfulfilled. Fantasy that was a temporary thrill at the moment. Seemed like hot shit at the moment, but ultimately it leads to obsession with filling a void. Right? Some of you guys are encouraged to use water for divination too. Because remember, you're a crystal, right? You're a crystal gem. So you know how we like to take our crystals to rivers and sit them in the water? You need to be in some water. You need to go and you need to get in the water. Or how we like to put crystals in our bottles of water and we like to speak affirmations into the water. This is why affirmations are so powerful for us when we look in the mirror and we speak affirmations. Think about the water. When you stand in the water, when you look, you standing over the water, you can see in the water and you see your reflection. It's the same concept. When you made of mostly water, crystal being, when you stand in a mirror and you speak affirmations, it's the same concept. It's the same concept. Right? All right, you guys. All right, you guys. I'm about to go on to the next channel. I love you guys. Your girl, the Authentic Empress. I really hope you guys got some good messages from here, and I'll see you next time. Yes, you do. Get in.